The Sims 4 get-together introduced Windenburg, a fan favorite and an all-around beautiful world. It features the wide open spaces of Winslar, the cozy little town of Old Platz, breathtaking views in the crumbling Isle, and some rather ugly houses. Yeah, that's right. Even our beloved Windenburg fell victim to the ugly house curse. I have made it a goal to fix all the ugly houses in The Sims 4. Can I fix them all, or are some of these homes just destined to be bulldozed? Let's find out. So this is the home of the Munch family here in Windenburg. If I was to just say it's just a house, this kind of takes the cake a little bit. So at first glance, it's not awful, but the farther I look into it, the more I dislike this home. The roofing is very just kind of there. It's a lot of roofing. It's very high. It's very random, honestly. They have the default roof texture here, which honestly does make it look a little unfinished. You know, the ideas are nice, but there's like no landscaping. There's no trees. There is only a little bit of a hedge back here that is a fence technically, and then a single little bush right here. It's not even centered like at all. Like, what the heck? And don't even get me started on this interior. The floor plan isn't terrible, but there's just so much hallway going on. Like, for real, like this easily could have been cut off here and this whole thing be a kitchen. Same for this down here. I could have just cut it off here and made this a bigger bedroom. That's probably what I'm going to be doing. The interior isn't like the worst furnishing that I've seen, but it is kind of random. This is a decent room. I hate this kid's room right here. First of all, we've got all three windows right here. We have a chess table just crammed in the corner for some reason. And also, not even to mention the wallpaper and flooring. Like, I see what they're going for, you know, trying to split up the personalities between the two kids that live here. But this is just wrong. I despise it so much. There's like no personality either. This is just like the default flooring also here in the hallway, which is honestly despicable to me. And then the lights. They did these low chandeliers, which obviously they would walk into. Like, what the heck? I despise this kitchen so much. Like, it's so cold. It's so bleak and gray. For a lovely Tudor home in the countryside, this is the kind of kitchen you put in here. And like, what is going on here? Two different kinds of wall lights? Who decided that? And all the way up here, no less. And, you know, the only dining in this kitchen is this little bar here. And I'm like, what the heck? This is just wrong. There's a lot of potential with this outdoor like patio space. I don't mind it. And also this little kind of, I guess this could be a man cave. I don't really know what this is really supposed to be for, to be honest. It's just kind of random. I might make this into a separate little guest house. This, I thought you were supposed to put it like this way. And that's how you're supposed to use it. But they have it the complete opposite way, which is fine, you know, experiment all you want. But they did the white swatch. It's just like they placed it down and didn't even think about it, which is probably what happened. But yeah, this home definitely, it's something. So what are my plans for this build? Well, first and foremost, I want to make it more rustic. We definitely need to play into the fact that we're in a countryside home. I'm going to adjust the floor plan slightly, but still keep it fairly original. There's just a couple little places that I could tweak it to make it more sensible. I think I'm going to turn the back little building that is in the backyard into either a guest house, or I can turn it into the eldest son's own little house, I guess you could say, and then move Wolfgang into his own bedroom. Because what? Come on. That's pretty much my plan. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. But before we get into this video, I just want to say a huge shout out to my YouTube members, the Lavender Buds. I normally shout you all out at the end of the video, but I just thought today I could say, hey, thank you so much for being a member. Stick around to the end of the video and I'll let you know more about memberships. So first things first, you know the drill, y'all. We're going to get our handy dandy sledgehammer tool and we're going to clean house. So first and foremost, the roofing, I'm going to leave the roofing for now because I think maybe I can just work with it a little bit. The furnishing, do I want to get rid of all the furnishing? Yes. I do. We're just getting rid of everything. It's including the windows too. Okay. We're going to redo all the windows. I am going to try to make sure to feature Get Together in this build as much as I can, because honestly, Get Together is one of the best packs we've ever gotten, in my personal opinion. I think the items that came with it are very, very nice. Not even to mention the world itself of Windenburg is absolutely gorgeous. Okay. So I'm also going to get rid of, the fencing is a nice little detail, but do I want to put this house on a bit of a foundation? I kind of want to. And then that means I think back here, I think what I'll do is maybe do like a little back porch kind of thing here. In fact, I might lower this like a little bit, just make it a little closer to the ground. And then maybe I'll keep this patio space back here. I'm just going to fill this in too. I feel like I don't like this setup right here. Actually, you know what? In hindsight, I don't like this. Wow, there's a lot of terrain paint under that. There was terrain paint under that. That is so weird. I never even saw that. That's interesting. We're going to get rid of all this fencing because honestly, no. It's always good to start with a nice, fresh, clean slate. So this is something that bothers me a little bit, is that this section of the house is just like one notch wider. So in order to kind of fix that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a wall here because there's no need for this excess bit of hallway when there's like all of this here. So I'm going to move this over a notch and then just kind of fill that in that way. That way I can get rid of this roof piece right here and then just take this one here and pull it back ever so slightly. And then maybe I'll fix the eaves too. I feel like that looked strange. That looks so much better already. A very simple fix, but I think that makes so much more sense. Yeah, this piece of roof here is bugging me because it's not fully like kind of fixed with the eaves there. And then these dormers are a very cute idea. There's two issues that I have. First of all, they're not the same size. Like, what were they doing? But also, we did get dormers in this pack. It's this one right here. And honestly, it's so much nicer than what they had here. All right, I'm going to try to place these down kind of symmetrically. So we'll put one here and maybe like one here. See, like that just does so much. And then maybe I can also add a couple back here on this little building too. How stinking adorable is that? Okay. And then the roofing, what we'll do is I'm going to try to match what's on this. So I think it's going to be this one. See, that instantly makes the house look so much better already. As for the exterior, what is going on here? They just did all this and then one random little thing. What? No, y'all, Sims team, what are you doing? So I'm going to just honestly go into my little filter here, and I'm just going to filter by Get Together, and then we will fix this house. So I noticed that they use this here. That actually looks kind of nice. And of course, you know me, I'm going to go with a nice brown because this is just such a sad gray color. And I think honestly, that's all that they did here. Part of me also wants to maybe make this like a section of house that has all this brick on it, or stone, I guess you could say. But then again, these little things here have black trim. So maybe we should go with black instead. That looks quite nice. And you know what? I might as well use something a little different today. I say they wanted to probably do some kind of design here with this. So I'm just going to go in and try my best to do kind of like a little bit of a design with the like Tudor wallpaper. And then I definitely want to maybe do something like this. That's very pretty actually. I really like doing that on the roof bits there. And then I'm going to fix this eave too. Oh, I realize why I did that. Okay, let's bring this forward and just bring it to about like right here. Bring that eave forward too. Bring these down. Copy this little piece of roofing and then move it back into the actual like roof piece here. Bring the eaves in and then bring those eaves in as well, so that we kind of fix this little issue a little bit better and it still works very nicely. Yeah, I'm just going to try to do somewhat of a fun design. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. I've not looked up any reference whatsoever, but that's kind of fun. It adds a little bit of intrigue, a little bit of detail, a little bit of, you know, attention. Actually, I really like this. That looks very cute. And then we'll just continue doing this all around the house and I shall return with you in a moment. So let's pick out a foundation. Obviously, we're going to use the one that came with Get Together. It is so perfect. Like they didn't even, there's just so many issues with pre-made builds in The Sims 4 in that they kind of miss the mark. Like I almost feel like the community does a better job at using their game. I'm going to lift this up as well and then just kind of do the same thing with wallpapers and stuff. And I think I'm going to, honestly, for this whole building here, just go in with this like stone texture and just do it all in the dark color. I like how simple that is. I don't know what is going on with this house though, like this little house. Is this not a room? Oh my goodness. This was not a room? Oh my goodness. Sims team. How do y'all mess up so many little things? All right, there is the kind of updated wallpaper exterior. Now, I think right here naturally is going to be like a nice little front porch area. I kind of want to just extend it for the whole front of this little section of the house. I also think it would be so incredibly beautiful to do maybe like a little bit of a, not a pergola, I don't even know what you call it, but whenever it's like a porch or an awning that has a like, I'm not even sure what you would call it. It's probably better to actually show you what I'm talking about. This is a little off center here, as in it's not symmetrical in the way that I want it to. So I'm just going to do a little bit of adjusting here. Something like that looks really good. And then we'll copy and paste this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the fence tool and I'm just going to get this smooth keeper from the base game. And I don't know what you call this, but it's like you put plants on it and plants kind of hang down from it. It's definitely something we do a lot here in The Sims, but it's not really like something I see a lot in real life, but also I don't even really know what it's called. Do let me know in the comments if you know. We'll do some nice trim. Maybe we'll just use this basic one so it's not, too thick. And then I'm thinking, should we do more of a design? Because I feel like that would be really fun if we did. Yeah, I personally think I should do maybe like more like this. That looks really nice. And then I'm going to go in, and before I get rid of like the flooring here, I think I'm just going to use like this. I use this a lot. This one specific live edit plant for this concept, just because it's like really nicely colored. It takes up a lot of room, so I don't have to place down a million plants. And I'm just gonna do something like this. I feel like this looks really pretty. I love that little bit of blue too. It's very nice against all the dark. And then I'm just gonna painstakingly go in and remove the flooring here, just like this. Just something like that. That way they have a little bit of coverage, but it's not like totally covered. And this flooring here, I'm torn. Do I want to use some kind of stone like this to kind of go with what was already here before, or maybe this one? Then there's also this one, which actually looks really good too. It's from Get Together as well. But part of me wants to do a nice dark wood, just something like that. That really does look nice. And then the front door, let's actually see. So the front door was here of all places. I just think that this hallway is so cramped and dark and sad, and I kind of even like this being here, but I almost want to kind of adjust this just a tiny little bit and just make it a little bit bigger, just so that it doesn't feel so cramped. Let's also go into the Get Together doors and wallpapers, and I'm going to use this door because that's such a pretty door. Was that the door that was originally there? I don't really remember, to be honest. My memory is that of a flea. All right, and then we can go into the windows, and thank goodness, let me tell you, this is part of why Get Together is one of the best packs in my personal opinion. It's that it has a complete set of windows that is so reliable, so beautiful. It's just such a good one. So I can put like some shutters there and then maybe like a little one right on top of that. That looks so nice. And let's go back into this house. I think I'm going to put the window right here. I'll also hit F5. I kind of want to put it like there in the middle, actually. Ooh, these rooms are a little funky. This like design that I did is fun and all, but like I feel like it's a little bit tricky to use too. Oh, that looks so good actually. I think I'm gonna do some changes really quickly. Ooh, now that is a fun design. Fun, sure. It doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, maybe it does. But okay, so I'm gonna add in maybe like some larger windows here. I kind of like the idea of doing like a double window for that moment there. That looks very nice, actually. This room right here is the living room. I think this room is also going to be expanded as well. I'm going to get rid of this wall here. There's just way too much hallway for this house. I like the idea of it, but it's just not the vibe. So there's only one bathroom, and this is supposed to be like, honestly, either a 2 or 3 bedroom house. And I'm like, really? So I'm thinking maybe right here, what we'll do is we will probably just cut that off again, but then make this into a bathroom. So we've got bedroom, 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 small bathroom, larger bathroom, and then we have this outdoor house thing. So that's cool. Okay, and then let's get back to this front porch here. Obviously, we're going to use the get together. Again, it's a goat. The get together stairs here. I think that looks so fun. And then we do need a fence as well. Thankfully, I'm just using literally the default swatches on all of these fences. And for this back porch area, I think I'm essentially going to do the same thing up here, just using these pillars here. Oh my gosh, the camera is being so mean to me right now. And then I'm going to grab the smooth keeper once again, because that's so easy to use. And I'm just going to do like my own little design, you know, with these, just drag it across ever so slightly. And then I'm going to grab this trim and then just add it to those as well. This just kind of gets rid of that weird, like awkward little white bit there, you can see. And then I'm going to go in with my tried and true plants here. We'll just do like a little bit. And yeah, this can maybe be like a little cozy outdoor space, you know, maybe an eating area. And then I'm going to place down some stairs right here in the middle there. And then I'll also do the fencing as well. Very nice. And I honestly low-key want to move this house, this like little house, like maybe like a couple tiles back, just to kind of make this a little bit more spacious. It just felt a little too close. I think to stay true to the original house, I may even use some get-together pathing here, because now I do also need to come up with like a little, you know, like a little step for this house too. Maybe we'll just do like something small like that maybe, or maybe even just something like this size would be nice. Just place this right here. That looks cute. And then I think I am going to use the item that was out here before. It was something that came with Get Together that I actually really, really like this item so much. It's this right here. And they did it like this. It kind of does something for me, to be honest. It's a little bit strange, but I kind of don't hate that. And then I'll grab this stone texture, and then this can be this outdoor like little patio space maybe. I'm just going to extend it to like here. This seems like a lot, but there was a lot here originally. I don't know if I like that or not, to be honest with you. I don't actually think I like it. I think it would be a lot nicer to use some kind of terrain paint like the one that came with Get Together, of course. Ooh, I know exactly what I want to do. Okay, so this is an old trick that I saw us do back in the day. Is I'm going to place down this kind of pathing here. I think this looks really good. We'll probably just extend it to like maybe here and maybe to the side of the little guest house here. And then I'll go in with maybe some plants and stuff to section that off. But then I can take some stone texture here, this terrain paint, and just ever so slightly go in and just add some of this like grassy texture, blending it in. I thought that looks so nice. I've seen people do that in the past, and it's been a while since I've done this. Like, look at that. It adds like a little bit of like, oh, like there's some growing through. That's very nice. You know, I don't know if I do like this because the house is very dark and stark, and this is very like bright. So I'm thinking for the back area, should we do some terrain paint instead? I don't hate that. I think that looks really good. I kind of don't even want it to be as big and full as it was before. Just something kind of small, like that looks good. I'm thinking right here, we should do a kind of garden space. And then there is this fence here that came with the pack that would look so good surrounding the area. We can even put some of it right here to kind of section this off a bit. I don't think we have a gate that works with it, unfortunately, which is such a shame. Oh, but that's so cool. I do love that. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of leave open like this much there. I'm also going to kind of erase some of this terrain paint because it is a little bit over the line there. I think this looks quite nice. And then right here can be a garden garden area. I kind of said that weird. And then I'm just going to place some boxes down. I think I might do white just because the house is kind of like a black and white vibe. Yeah, we can just do like, oh, it even feels perfectly placed. Oh, it's so perfectly placed. It's like even, it's perfect. I love that. Part of me wants to maybe do like a little low-lying fence there just to kind of separate it, or maybe even just another fence entirely like this one. I kind of don't dislike that. I know it's a lot of fencing, but I don't know. It's kind of nice to use stuff that I don't use all the time. So I'm gonna do it. And then I can actually put like some gates here. I'll put one like here and one here, and then let's just like rotate them. And so now I think what we can even do is go in with a smaller brush with the terrain paint, and then maybe just like kind of draw little paths in between, just like this. Ooh, this is very cute. I quite like that. Something like so. That looks really cool. Okay, I think I like the layout of that house so far. This helps me kind of figure out what I want to do with the outdoor spaces. Now this little guest house, I need to do the floor plan on. I think everything here is good. I almost want this to be kind of reconfigured a little bit too. So I do like this bedroom being here. I might make it a tile larger, and then maybe I can just do the bathroom like this instead. Then again, it does kind of seem like the whole hallway should be 2 tiles wide. So maybe this can be like a bathroom here, and then maybe this can just be an extension of the kitchen. Oh yeah, that's so much better. And then in this little guest house, obviously I'm gonna put the bathroom like here, and I think this is just gonna be all one open kind of floor plan. Like it's a guest house, but this is where the older son, is his named Edward? I don't know. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place the rest of the windows down, and then we can work on some landscaping. So I'm finishing up the windows and doors, which is going very nicely. I'm going to place down some archways for this like dining room here, as well as one for the kitchen, and then that will be it. I think that's already a huge improvement. Let's work on the landscaping now. First thing I want to do is kind of figure out where I want there to be some trees, because those I think are the most important. And you know me, as you can see, there's these bits of lavender everywhere. We're going to go nuts with lavender, of course. Let's just find some trees. I really, really love the plants that came with Get Together as well. All the trees are really nice and beautiful. I really love this one especially. It's just a simple little tree. There's also some of these like really reddish ones, which I think would look kind of pretty back here in hindsight. I might just put this one like maybe back here, but then this one is beautiful. Like I like that just being kind of a center of attention back there. And then you can also see like there's some of these like larger like trees like this one. We can obviously shrink these down if needed, but I think I'm going to put one of those back here instead. We'll just put it like right here. Oh yeah, there we go. Already so much better. There wasn't any trees on this lot to begin with, so it's wild to me that they didn't even try. I think we were so blinded by how amazing Windenburg is in and of itself that we didn't really pay attention to the houses. I think that looks so good. Okay. And then I do need to provide a little, that sounds weird. I need to put out a little bit of a pathway too as well. I think I'm just going to use the same one that I've been using, because I just think that looks really nice. I kind of want to make it kind of wide too, just like this. And then maybe put the mailbox there. We also do need to add in a trash can outside. Thankfully, Get Together came with one that I use kind of all the time. It can go right here. And then another cool little bit of decor that we got was fencing in the live edit section. We do have this, which is nice, but in the original version of this build, there was actually some walls, like fencing put up. I could use this item, but it is a little warm, but it matches this over here. So I think that would actually look quite nice. So I'm going to place down maybe like a couple pieces of it, not too much. That looks really good. And then maybe right here can be like a rock or something. Actually placing this right here looks kind of fun, but it's a little big. We'll just do a pile of these, I think. That kind of helps. And then I'm probably just going to put one more piece. I mean, I could do it all along, but I think just putting one more piece up here, it actually would look good because it would look like it's kind of part of this too. So I'll put this here. I could also do a little curved bit. Ooh, that would look kind of fun actually. What if we did this instead, where we just extend this little front kind of patio space even further. Ooh, I like that. And then we can put this fencing out basically all around the entirety of the lot. I think I'll just do it till maybe like this point. Ooh, that looks so cute. And part of me even wants to do the same thing over here. There's even a bigger curved section right there that also looks really good. And then honestly, I can kind of just like finish this little point to here. Just kind of put a tree here to kind of fill that gap. But that looks so nice. I think that looks quite pretty. I think now what we should do is we can adjust some of these tree placements, I think, just to kind of make it look like it fits into the fenced in area a little bit better. I feel like this is a little redundant. So I'm thinking I'm going to get rid of like this bit here and then just kind of curve it off into the house. That looks so much better, makes so much more sense. We'll do the trees kind of like that there. And then there you have it. That looks so good. I think now what we can do is we can go into the base game and Windenburg, get famous, get together. All right, now what I'm going to do is go into the get together plants as well as base game. And we're going to go kind of crazy. Ham wild is what I've been saying for some reason recently. I'm thinking also back here in this little like nook here, I think this would be really nice for like a playground or something. Maybe not a playground, but some kind of like, some kind of like playground equipment, like swings would look really good. We did get the custom kind of playground stuff from Adventure Awaits, but I'm going to be honest, I'm a little overwhelmed by it. So I kind of just want to put down like a regular old swing set. It's a swing set. Swing set. I kind of like that dark wood too. That looks really nice, but no shocker there. But I'm going to, continue placing some more plants. I'm starting with the lavender because you know me. My YouTube members are literally called the lavender buds. Okay. I adore lavender. And I'm not going to lie, y'all. I'm a tiny bit allergic to it. It's just very strong for me. And I don't agree with it for some reason. I don't know why. My body is just like, no. This thing you really like? No. I can also add some of this grass here as well from Get Together. Honestly, so beautiful. I think it's so, so gorgeous. It adds so much detailing and you can just kind of place it like so. Like, look at that. It looks so good. You put it around trees. Ah, beautiful. All right. And then for kind of near this house, we're just going to do a ton more landscaping. I'm going to do some hydrangeas maybe. Oh, those look very pretty. I don't know if this is very accurate to this area. I don't care. It's really pretty. I like blue and purple a lot, clearly. Oh, they're just absolutely everywhere and I kind of love it. It's so pretty. I kind of like this looking a little bit unkempt and wild too. I feel like it's a very American like mindset to have like a really neat manicured like yard. It's something that I detest in real life, but also I realize it's kind of necessary at the same time. Let's see, I want a different color for some flowers as like a little pop of color or something. We could also do this hedge somewhere, which is very pretty and honestly would look good somewhere. Maybe honestly just right here. We could do a little bit of some of this hedge just to kind of fill this in a little bit. That looks quite nice actually. I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I have a really hard time landscaping. I say this almost like every single time I jump into this portion of a build is that I'm just like, what am I really doing here? It's difficult for me. I don't understand why, but hopefully it looks pretty though, because there was like no landscaping here before. So, I mean, any landscaping is better than what it was. I'm going to do like lots of this grass back here to really like fill it in, make it look like this area is not really kept up. Okay. I really like this landscaping a lot. I think that's very pretty. This I'm going to kind of leave fairly empty just because maybe I can add some more like activities out here. And now I think I need to just go in and ever so lightly add in some terrain paint just to kind of help with this. And then I'm also going to add some rocks too. We'll add some of these back here just to kind of add some more detail and dimension. I personally think it doesn't look bad. I think it looks very pretty for what it is. I kind of want to put like a couple of these out here too. Just like on either side of this little section here would look nice. And then maybe like a couple like scattered throughout here. I don't know. Ooh, maybe like one like right here too. And then like one like right here. And then one right here. And then I can maybe even move this. Do something like that perhaps. I think now the landscaping is finished, which I love it so much. I forgot about these two chimneys here. I think I'm going to change their colors to this just to match with the vibes a bit more. But now what I can do is we can work on getting the flooring and wallpaper picked out. All right, so let's pick out the flooring together. I really love this base game antique wood. I think it's so perfect for a build like this. I'm going to use it in rooms like the dining room, the hallway, and then maybe the kitchen. Maybe not the kitchen. I think the kitchen needs some kind of stone. And of course we will do the bedrooms too, because we're not putting carpet in these rooms. And then I think instead of a tile, we'll go with a stone. That would be very nice for the bathrooms and kitchen. You know, I'm not really opposed to using this. I think it kind of looks fun, at least for the bathrooms. The kitchen, I don't know. I kind of wanted it to be kind of cozy in here, but I think that would look really good. And then for the wallpapers, I think that for this hallway, I want to actually use the get together stuff like this one. I don't know if I want to go with that or if I want to go with like a really rich dark wood. I think I would have to go with something. Ooh, that's actually quite nice. It's a bit of a warmer tone than what's out here, but maybe they did that on purpose. I don't know. It looks a little cold compared to the flooring, doesn't it? Okay, I low-key want to use this now because it looks so good and it's just so warm and cozy looking. I kind of even want to do it for this bathroom too. All right, so there is this bedroom here, I believe. I'm going to make it into, maybe this can be the main bedroom. I don't know. This one was the main bedroom before. So maybe this can be Wolfgang's bedroom. He is giving major emo kid energy. So of course, you know me, I have to make a emo kid teen bedroom. I tend to do that with so many of my builds, but I love it. Maybe just this wallpaper, you know, has a little bit of trim there. Kind of like it. We could also go with something a little bit extra. You know, low key, I want to try something. Maybe we can go into some paint. I don't know if we have just like a solid black paint. We do have this one. That looks good. And what I was thinking is we could do maybe an accent wall of some ghosts or something. And then this room can be for, I think actually his name is Lucas. It's weird. That's my real name. And I think this room, his bedroom seemed to be like kind of bright, so maybe we can just go with something like a soft green or something. I think he's in the gardening club too, so green makes sense. I kind of like the dark green. I don't know, it's kind of a vibe. And then for the dining room, I think I want to go with it's going to be hard not to use all of the Tudor stuff, but it's just so good. I think that actually does look very nice though, so I kind of want to just use that in there. The kitchen, I want the kitchen to feel nice and warm and inviting, even though this gives very cold. Honestly, I kind of want to use that in mixture with some of this. I don't know. We can warm it up with plants and other things. I think I'll make this bathroom the stony texture too. And then now I just need to pick out the main parents' bedroom or the mother's bedroom. But I'm just going to go with something, maybe like a nice wallpaper. I kind of weirdly like this wallpaper. I can see myself using that. Okay. Wallpapers and flooring is chosen. I think that looks so good. I think what I would like to also do now is the lighting. So normally I just try to do that along with the furnishing portion, but I think this might be a fun way for me to approach building, because I was kind of doing this in House Flipper the other day, and if you want to go see that video, you should go check it out. I did build a house in House Flipper too, but I actually did like the lighting right after I did the wallpapers and flooring, and for some reason I just really like that process. It feels realistic to put the lighting in an unfurnished house. Does that make sense? So let's just look around. I'm honestly just going to go into basement into base game and get together. I really like this ceiling light right here for maybe the kitchen area. I think that would look good. And then this can be like a dining space right here. And then we also do want to place down some wall lights too. This is just going to help light up the space even more. We do have these lights from Get Together, and ooh, that adds such a nice warm glow in here. Okay, that looks good. And then the hallway, I think I'm going to maybe just use wall lights, because honestly, y'all, it's like a very narrow space, and putting in some ceiling lights just seems like a little crazy. Ooh, that looks so good. Oh, I don't know though. It's kind of dark. Maybe I'll add a ceiling light. Ignore what I'm saying. Yeah, that looks good, but we definitely need some ceiling lights. So honestly, there is this one from Get Together as well. I just think that's a little low, so maybe not. Or better yet, are these like these are candles, but they don't have like flames on them. So we can actually shrink this and it'll work pretty well, I think. That looks really great. And then for this room in here, this is where the dining is, or the dining room will be. I think I'm just gonna put a light like right here. That's like kind of the center of the room right there. Looks good. This room's a little bit awkward because of this little inlet here, so I might just bring it in. I feel like that looks better. And then we can maybe put like a closet or something there. Yeah, that's so much better. And then I'll just go in and add some more of these, like, I'm gonna say candle holders, but they're not really candles by the looks of it. Something like that looks very nice, actually. I think this wallpaper here isn't really doing it for me. I kind of want to do this instead. That's better. Maybe even do like something like this. Ooh, that looks even better. Okay, and then for the kids' bedrooms here, the lighting, honestly, I might go really simple with it. I could do a boob light, or I could use this light, which honestly, I think I'm going to, because it's so like cozy and warm. I'm also going to do only one ceiling light per room, because unless it's a really big room like the kitchen, I don't really want multiple lights. It just seems a little bit unrealistic. And then we also need to go in with some wall lights once again. And I think I'm going to place down just these. I'm not going to go crazy in the bedrooms because I can imagine there's going to be some lamps and other bits of decor, but I am going to put some like in these bedrooms here. This bedroom can have a couple. I think that is a nice amount of lighting. Now what we should do is the exterior bit. It's very important to do the exterior lighting so it doesn't look super dark and depressing outside. I quite like these like caged lightings, but that's just kind of like strange looking. Ooh, this one's very pretty. And this one actually came with Get Together too, so it makes perfect sense. I think I'm gonna put them like actually on like either side of this window here, and then maybe this can go like right here. Ooh, that's very nice. And then we do need to put some back here as well, and then we can line them up with the lines of the, whatever you want to call this, the Tudor wallpaper stuff. And then I'll put a couple lights on either side there. That looks very nice. And then we also should do some outdoor lighting, and for the lighting on the ground outside, I think we'll just use some of these, of course. Honestly, I'll just use a mixture of the ones that came with Get Together. We'll just place some just kind of at the corners there on that fence here. Maybe even like a couple of these curved ones out here as well. And then maybe we can place some like, honestly, it'd be kind of fun to put these in like the middle of these little garden boxes. That's kind of fun. All right, I think the lighting is all good. So now we can finally furnish this home. So this, I'm going to just start with this dining room. It's just right here in the middle. I feel like it's a good place to start. I definitely want to use a lot of Get Together stuff, so you'll see that quite a bit in today's build. I really love this Get Together table so much. It's one of my favorite like tables in the game. I don't know, do we want to go with this like really dark wood? I actually love that. It's so dark and cozy. It's a very autumnal vibe here. And then for the rug, even though putting a rug under a table like that sounds horrific, I'm gonna use probably this Life and Death rug. It's just so nice. It's one of my favorites. I really like this green too. Then again, this one is also very pretty. I think I want to move this archway to like there instead. That just makes a little bit more sense to me. And then I can also put lights on either side, just like so. Ooh, yes, this is a vibe. I might shrink this rug down to that size because I actually would like to put in a fireplace right here. I feel like this one from the base game actually kind of works the best. And then we can put some bookshelves on either side. You know how much I love doing that. I weirdly like this one from the base game too. I think I want to go with these like black ones too because they really match everything in here. Ooh, yes. Maybe this old painting from Get Together as well right here. That's kind of cute. I like that. I know I use this lamp in like all of my builds, but there's just nothing else looks as good as this lamp. And then maybe right here in the corner, maybe I can put just like a nice little accent chair or something. Or better yet, maybe even I can do this where I put like a couple of these extra chairs here. Maybe I can do something like this where they're like in the corner here, and then maybe like a nice plant can be in the corner. Ooh, actually I have a better idea. What if we do a grandfather clock? That would be so perfect in here. And you know me, I adore this one from Life and Death. I kind of want to go with just like the really like dark like wood, like that one. That one stands out very nicely. And maybe these should be a dark wood instead. And then we just need to pick out the curtains for this room. Something that's a little on the cozy side. We could use these from the base game. These work very well. They're a little bit big, aren't they? But maybe they work. I mean, they kind of do cut into the bookshelf there, but we can just kind of, look past that maybe. Maybe this color looks good. I don't know. I do quite like that actually, because the dark wood up here looks really nice. Also this green, you know me, I love that so much. I quite like that. Maybe this combo looks good. Excellent. I feel like this lamp is just not in a good place because we have all of these lights. It seems a little bit redundant. So what if I just did something like this instead? We have the grandfather clock on one side and then maybe just a nice plant on the other. Or better yet, what if I just do the corner chair and leave it at that? I like that. Nice and simple. Ooh, you know what I just saw? A little birdhouse. I didn't put this out here. I feel like that would look so cute out front. The dining room is pretty much done. I quite like that layout. It's very simple. Let's move on. I guess we can just naturally go into the... Wait a minute, y'all. So I was just about to jump into the kitchen to start furnishing it, right? Because I just finished the dining room. Was there even a living room? Hold on, I gotta check something. I'm gagged. There wasn't a living room. They didn't have a living room. There was no sitting room. There was no nothing. I'm appalled, to say the least. I don't know what to do with this information now. I wasn't even thinking about that. Oh my goodness, there was not a living room. So upon that, discovery, I'm going to put the table and chairs into the dining or the kitchen, because naturally, where else would I put it? And I'm just going to, put that in there instead. And then this room is effectively going to become the living room now. I am appalled, y'all, to say the least. That is ridiculous. They did not even bother. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm going to take this light and shrink it down so it's not really in our way. And then I'm just going to do a little living room set here. We could just use these from Get Together because, we might as well. I do really like the way they look too. And we can put some pillows on them as well. I think this swatch actually looks really nice. And then we'll do a nice little coffee table here. Thankfully, Get Together came through. We have a matching coffee table. And then maybe over here in the corner, I can, put this right here instead. I think that looks good. And then we do need like a little side table here. It's my favorite side table in the game. If you've seen my builds before, I'm really featuring Get Together today because I truly think that they really just missed the mark when it came to that pack too. And then we can probably just put like a couple like little books or something. Honestly, I just like looking up book, and it will give us some little book decor items. Maybe we can do like my favorite little notebook here and then just like a stack of tomes. I use that in almost every single build. And then I kind of just want like a little candle on the coffee table too. Maybe just this like little one. This little one from a kit just for like some scent. I think that looks quite nice. And I think just to finish it off it would be best to use some little pillows. Place down some pillows here and we can just pick out the colors together. I kind of just want to do some like light brown, like not light brown, but like a lightish brown one just to add some contrast and to add a little pop of color, probably the purple. I actually love that combination. And then maybe this one can just be a big purple pillow. That looks super, super nice. I really like the living room. Okay, I'm glad that I managed to figure that out because I was like, oh, I need to do the living room too, but I just didn't see one. And I was like, wait a minute, is there not a living room at all? There wasn't. So, this plant from the cottage living pack would look very nice there in the corner. Okay, living room is finally done. Thankfully, we've already picked out the like dining set, which is honestly very handy. And now right over here in this corner, we can place down a nice cozy little kitchen. I'm thinking of using the countertops and stuff from cottage living because that just makes the most sense in my head for this kind of space. We could do this dark wood tone. We could also do a nice black. Personally, I like the dark wood tone a little bit more because you know me, I love a nice dark wood. And then maybe we can even do like a little bar kind of setup here too. Let's put something like that. Do I want it to be there? Yes. And then maybe we could just do like something like that was in the original build. Something just really small and cozy, but very functional. I think I'll even use this stove from the base game because that just fits the vibes really well. Ooh, actually, in hindsight, you know me, I don't like to put a sink under a window. Or wait, I prefer putting the sink under the window, so I'm going to put that there. And then maybe a nice copper sink. Ooh, I don't know if I like that sink. Weirdly enough, that one looks good too. I quite like that. And then we just need to add in some cabinets as well. We are very lucky that the cabinets that came with Cottage Living have these really light, like beige colored cabinet curtains. It looks a lot nicer. Okay, there we go. That's very cozy and cute. And I think we can just add in some rugs here. It's gonna be really hard to not use these woven rugs. So I'm going to. It's because I just need to. I think this one can go right here in the middle very nicely. What color should I go with? I quite like that, but I also like the original swatch too because it has a little bits of green in it. And we do need a range hood here as well. This one came with Cottage Living and matches the refrigerator very nicely. And then we just need to also pick out some bar stools too. These from Discover University I think might be our best bet. Yeah, I like that color of the cushion and it kind of just works overall. Ooh, and we definitely need a trash can too. Okay, that's very important. You need a trash can. I think I'm just going to use this little one from Get to Work. Sorry. All right. And I think right here, instead of this window, I would like to put in one of those bigger windows from Get Together. This one. Oh, it's so pretty. Just make sure there's no like plants clipping into it so it doesn't break our immersion that much. There we go. That's very nice. This isn't centered with that, so I need to adjust it a little bit. See, it would be so cool if your Sims could actually like sit here or something. That would be so nice. We need to put a little curtain in here as well. I think this one looks so nice. Ooh, it matches the curtains on the cabinets a little bit. It's not the exact same color, but it's close enough to where it like looks good. I would like a light here too, like right there above the sink would be really nice. I think this little light shrunk down from, is it Cottage Living, of course, and we choose like maybe like a more tarnished one. That one right above the sink looks cute. Then we also need to go in with some clutter as well for the kitchen. Ooh, I really like this little picture here. That looks so good. I'm just gonna put it like right there. Ooh, these pots can go somewhere. This is from Horse Ranch. Maybe we can put it like right, I don't know, it's not really fitting, is it? It's not really fitting very well. So I'm just gonna put it right like here, I think. That looks kind of nice. Ooh, this little basket set from For Rent would look really good on the table here. This little like kind of cake stand looks really cute. And I'm gonna add some things from the kitchen clutter kit too, you know, just like a little scale back here for like maybe they do baking. We can give them a little, what do you call this? A little spice rack possibly. Put this here in the corner. We can put this picture maybe like right next to the sink, like they fill it up. A little knife block, maybe just like right here. We also do need like a little thing to go by like this, like some utensils. Ooh, and then this Cottage Living teapot is perfect. Ooh, this is really cute here. We'll do that one. All right, that's kind of cozy. It's a very simple little kitchen, but I quite like it. And then for the curtains, I'm honestly just gonna use these base game ones again. Just gonna go with a nice green swatch once again. You know me, I love a nice green. We'll just put these like over these windows, and then this one can go over this window. Very nice indeed. And I want something in the corner. I kind of want to put these lights like on either side, and then maybe put like a nice hutch here. That would be really cute. I'm really liking this one from Horse Ranch right now. It just looks really good right there. Fits very nicely. And maybe we can put another plant. When in doubt, put a plant. That's all I say. Ooh, this like little basket of plants is honestly more for the exterior, but it looks so good there. Maybe we'll just put it outside. Ooh, we'll just use the fiddle leaf fig once again. I don't know. It just looks really good with all this stuff. Kitchen is completed. All right. I do love these little rooms here. I think the next room I'll work on is this bathroom right here. This is probably the main bathroom for the mom. So it's a little cold looking right now, but I think this whole house is maybe like really old. So I kind of low-key want to use the like stuff from vampires for this bathroom. Ooh, that looks so good. And for the sink, I think I do want to use some kind of countertop situation. But then again, I feel like having a standalone little sink feels more correct for this house. So I'll use the one from Get Together. I think that looks very cute. I think I'll just use the dark wood, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure how this looks yet, but we'll use the dark wood on the mirror, I think. That looks really cute. And then I kind of want to put in just a bathtub instead. I like this one. There is one from Get Together as well, and that does look very cute. And then maybe like in this corner here can be like that one cabinet that I love using, this one. We can do the dark wood swatch. Ooh, that looks nice. I might move this light here, but should I put a shower here in the corner just for convenience sake? I don't think that looks bad. In fact, I can just move it into the wall a little bit and it actually looks perfect. I think I'll put this rug here for a bath mat, and then we'll put in some more accents. Like we'll put in a nice robe. I think I'm gonna do a nice kind of soft kind of colored one. Maybe this one, and we'll put it just like right here. And then we need a nice, actually it's better yet, put it right there. And then we need a nice little like towel rack or something. This one I use so much, but it's the perfect color. Okay, that's cute. It's not very colorful in here, but I don't mind it. It's a nice cozy little bathroom. I think I'll put this curtain right here as well, and then do just like the green swatch. Oh, we almost forgot toilet paper. Like, not that your Sims actually need this, but like they do. So we're going to put that there. All right. Now we just have 3 bedrooms and then this outdoor space. The next room is the mother's bedroom. I really want this to feel warm. I low-key want to use this bed. I don't know. I use that one a lot. There's also the one from Cats and Dogs, which is absolutely beautiful. Ooh, wait a minute. I bet you there is a swatch that works really well. That one kind of does a lot for me. I love this bed so much. I use it. Honestly, I overuse it, but it's just such a good bed. Hear me out though. The little side tables from Get Together work very nicely with it too. I don't know if I want these lights in here. It feels like a little bit too much going on personally. For some little side table lamps, I need to use something that isn't just, this one again. I kind of actually really like the ones, right? Is it this one that I liked? Yeah, these, weirdly enough, fit her vibe. And I kind of even like the red swatch because there's some red there. And it kind of works with the walls too. I think I'm also going to put a fireplace in her bedroom. And I may put fireplaces in other rooms in the house too, now that I'm thinking of it. This one from Discovery University is very nice. Ooh, that dark wood works really well in here too. And then we do need a nice dresser, armoire kind of situation. Maybe this one from Life and Death. That looks very nice there. I actually would also want to put in maybe like some bookshelves and like a chair too. And then we'll also do a mirror here. I think honestly right here in this corner is the best bet. And then I think over here we could put like a nice bookshelf on the wall. This one from Get Together is perfect. We do love it. It's very pretty. Maybe we'll put the mirror there. I think that looks good. And then this chair can be right here in the corner. And then we'll put in maybe a nice lamp over here. I think this one actually looks super pretty right there. Either that or I use the one from the base game, this one. This one sits a lot nicer here. And I also would like to put in some kind of wall art here. I would love it if maybe in the future, this is just going to be probably a placeholder, but in the future when I play with this family some more, because I am in my forever save file, I think I might put some family photos throughout the house. That would really help personalize it a lot, especially since this is a house that some Sims already live in. So I'm just going to put some placeholder art, I think, for now. And then later on, I'll put in some custom like photographs. I think we need some kind of little like ottoman kind of, I don't really know what you call this, like a little bed, an end bed seat. This one from the Horse Ranch pack, I really like using because it's like got that rustic vibe and it works with all of the colors here. We also need a nice rug. I have been overusing the rug from Life and Death because honestly, look at that. It just fits so many styles and so many colors so nicely. And like all the swatches are genuinely beautiful. So I probably should use something different, so I'm not using the same thing over and over and over. This one from the Growing Together pack is very pretty, and honestly, that is a really nice swatch for this room. It lightens it up a little bit too. I also want to add in a little bit of decor in here. I'm not going to go heavy-handed with it just because I think that if you put too much, it can just be a little bit, ugly looking. So I'm going to put this little silhouette from Paranormal. That one's so cute. I pretty much use that on every build at this point. Maybe I can also put like a little painting, or not a painting, a little team photo here. Ooh, this little jewelry stand is very cute. I think that looks very nice there. And then we should also pick out some curtains as well. I don't want to use the same curtains again. I kind of low-key just want to use, then again, those look pretty dang all right. There's also this kind of creamy color, which I think looks very good. It's like beige, looks nice. Something else I want to add in here, actually really quick, is a little chest. Like just in this corner here. I think that would look really good. All right, there is that bedroom done. This whole section of the house is finished. So for the next room, this is Lucas's bedroom. I went ahead and changed the wallpaper to this kind of soft, sagey green color. I don't know. I wasn't really loving the really dark, rich green. Now here's a struggle of mine that I tend to have to deal with every single time I build a family house is the kids' room. I don't know what kind of style or anything that I want to do in here for a kid's bedroom. I kind of like this little twin bed from Horse Ranch. It is very cute. Ooh, and the wood tones that's very nice. I quite like that. I don't know how this is all going to look together, but just trust the process. Let's see. Let's find a nice dark wood, dresser somewhere. Maybe this one from Cats and Dogs. That's actually quite cute. And I kind of want to put it, honestly, right here might be our best placement. He really likes gardening, but I wonder what kind of toys I could put in here. Ooh, a really fun dollhouse would take up a lot of space, but also add something for him to do in here. And I think that would look very cute. Maybe just put it right there on the end. Oh, but we also need a desk. So maybe we should just put a desk in here. That's a bit more realistic. I think I'll put in a matching desk in here. This one from Cats and Dogs is really cute. Maybe this room is probably a little bit mature looking for Lucas, but maybe it's because he grows into it. Maybe in my game, he'll age up soon. That's probably what I plan on doing anyways. I have been needing to do that with a lot of my Sims, is just kind of age everybody up, because I've been playing with them for quite a while. So do let me know in the comments, just as I'm looking for a proper chair here, if you would be interested in a kind of day in the life of my forever save file. Yeah, I think I am going to make this more of a grown-up bedroom here. It's still going to be maybe a preteens room, but I don't know. Maybe he wants things to be a little bit more, mature. Ooh, I like this rug here. It's very plain, but I don't know, there's something about it. But then again, I do want to add some toys in here because I feel like, it's still going to be a kid's room. So I'm just going to do that. I love this toy box from, is it Growing Together? I'm pretty sure. It's so cute. I like that swatch where it's got the wornness to it. And then we need to put a bookshelf right here. I really honestly want to add some whimsy in here and do maybe this one. Oh, that's so cute though, honestly. Maybe we'll get rid of the desk because that's just so stinking pretty. I love that. You know what? I think that might be the vibe, is we go with something very planty in here. Ooh, and I actually low-key want to put this in here for his dresser. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, we're getting somewhere. This Enchanted by Nature rug. Wait, that's so iconic. I think that one is very pretty. I love this green vibe. I chose this bed from Cats and Dogs instead because it matches this, and that looks so cute. I think I'll do this light wood there, or maybe not. Maybe I'll do the darker wood. Ooh, this looks really cute. Ooh, this looks so much better. I like that because it's got more of a pattern to it. And then we'll do this side table to match that. Maybe I'll do this lighter version of this bookshelf here. I don't know. This room is a little bit odd. I tend to always have issues doing kids' bedrooms, but I like the vibes. And I kind of actually really like this curtain for in here. That green really just works. Okay, cute. And I think for the toy box, instead of that one from Growing Together, we simply have to use this one. It's so cute. And then for a desk, I kind of like the idea of just doing a pretty small desk, a 1 tile wide one. I feel like the one from Werewolves, weirdly enough, does something for me. Oh, that does look really cute because there's green here too. And for a chair, I kind of want some kind of chair that isn't like, I don't know, I want it to match the vibes in here. This one's kind of okay. I kind of like this little chair. I don't know. It's got the little cushion. I don't know what I'm doing half the time with these rooms, so bear with me. We do need a nice mirror here. I kind of like this one. Oh, that looks so good. You know what? I'm just going to say it. I think this style is really fun. I haven't really done this before. Maybe I'll give him like a little TV here in the corner. Actually, better yet, what I'll do is I'll find probably that get-together table, which I love. Put it in the corner and put the TV right there. How cute. And I guess I can go ahead and give him a little computer because why not? We'll just use the base game laptop just for the lack of a better one, okay? I think I'll put this here in the middle of the room instead. And then maybe I can put like a nice like big comfy chair here in the corner. Why do I kind of love this chair? I don't know. It kind of fits the style in here. Need a nice bedside lamp, I think. I'm just going to use, I want something that kind of fits the vibes. A little planty. Ooh, this one's kind of fun. Oh, I love that light. And then maybe right here can be a mirror. Honestly, the one from Get Together fits perfectly right there. Yeah, there we go. Honestly, looks great. I need to also find some paintings and posters and the like for the walls. Can't really find anything that has like a planty vibe. I mean, we do have, let's see, is it this one? No, it is the one from Enchanted by Nature. This one right here. And this just seems a little too grown up looking, I feel like. I think I'm going to use some of this tarot art. I think this looks super cute. Is there one that could kind of go with the vibes? Oh, the cow plant is adorable. And then maybe this little poster here. You know, I don't know why. It just looks cute. Okay, there is Lucas's bedroom. And then now we need to do this small kids bathroom. This one's going to be pretty simple and straightforward. I think I am going to use the same toilet as I did before. And I think also the same sink as well. But maybe something a little different, you know? We might as well. Maybe this color instead. I don't know. I feel like that's too mismatchy. And then I do want to put in like a shower tub combo in here. I don't know. Does that look cute? I don't mind that actually. And then I'll put in some robes. I'm going to do a black robe for Wolfgang, and then I'll shrink down and do like a little green one for Lucas. That's very cute. And then we'll do a couple of these little towel racks right here as well. And then maybe we'll put that on the other side. I feel like that looks a little weird on this wall. Yeah, that's cute. And then a little rug right here would look nice. Maybe this one, the green kind of goes with that quite nicely. Maybe this mirror here. I kind of like that. And of course, I'm going to put in like a little hand soap and some, I almost said toothbrush there. I didn't give the mother these items, so I'm going to do toothbrush, hand soap, oh, and a hand towel. I should put a hand towel here. Same with this one, of course. I think that's a pretty cute little bathroom. Very simple and straightforward. I'm not even going to put a curtain because maybe that's just because the shower tub combo is there. And then the last room in the main part of the house is going to be Wolfgang's bedroom. This one's gonna be really exciting because I always love doing emo kid bedrooms so much in The Sims, and this one is no exception. I kind of just want to use like all black. Maybe this area can be his bedroom space. I'm trying to think of some different some different furniture pieces to use in here. Let's see, for the bedside lamp, I definitely want to use something a little fun. Like this one's kind of cute. Maybe this broken one. I don't know. I'm just going to use this really simple light. And I think what we'll do is we can get some kind of like either a bookshelf or like just a room divider. I feel like using a bookshelf as a room divider would be actually kind of fun. Like we could even use this one from the Crystal Creations pack so that we have like a main portion of the room and then another one back here. I don't know. I don't know if I love it, but I kind of do like that a lot. And then maybe right here can be a desk. I'll move the door down just like a notch. Yeah, that's better. And then we'll put his desk like right here maybe. I'm trying to think of like an emo kid's desk. I kind of like this one. It matches the bedside table that I used. And then for the chair, I think I'm going to use maybe this one from the Comfy Gamer kit. Very cute. I love that. It's matches everything, but it's still kind of dark. And then I'll just do a black rug underneath that. And then maybe over here can be like a dressing area. Actually, I think this would look kind of good. Or the stand-up little, this one. Yeah, this would look really good in here. This is actually an item they added into the game that's by Peacemaker, which I think is really cool. And then we need a little mirror here as well. I kind of want to use this one. Something like that would be cute. And then I kind of want to see if I can find like a room divider that would sit right here. That would look really cool. And then I think I'm actually going to have Wolfgang be like into music, probably. Do I have Wolfgang dating any of my Sims? I'm surprised if he isn't. Oh, I remember. So I'm pretty sure Wolfgang Munch had a little thing with Alexander Goth in my save file. Please let me know if y'all want to see a day in the life of that save file, because I especially want to play the Goth household. My Goth household is juicy. Okay, it's got drama, it's got story, it's also kind of wholesome too. Not so much Bella and Mortimer, but Cassandra and Alex are some of my favorite Sims that I've played in this game. So I definitely need to, play around with that. I might put a soccer ball in here. Maybe I can also give him a DJ booth. I don't know. Maybe that's something that he does. That's very expensive, isn't it? I'm probably going to have to cheat them some money. I haven't, done that yet. But yeah, he does some DJing, and because that came with Get Together too, which I think is really fun. And maybe I'll put in like some guitars in this corner. I don't know, maybe I can put that there. Maybe I can put in like, this beanbag chair. Oh, that's so perfect. Okay, we've got an idea here. And then I'm going to give him a nice like setup here with this computer, but I think I'm gonna have to find a new desk because this is not fitting very well. Okay, the game's probably gonna look a little different because I had to load up the actual household to add money, and also everything is snowy, which it's kind of a vibe, it's November in real life. So, hey, a little foreshadowing, but we'll finish working on this. I kind of want to put the chair like right here and make this like a little TV area. I think like either this or maybe this. And then I need to just find like a little table, like a side table here for a TV. Ooh, this one might work. That's kind of perfect. And then we can put in like a little TV here. And then we can just do a games console too. I'll put that little Super Dream Cube. We'll put this little soccer ball here. Maybe this can go like right here. Maybe I can do two. Maybe he has like friends over, Okay, cute. And then I think here can just be not a real bookshelf, but like something like this one maybe. That's kind of cute. And I do need a new desk because I do want to use this computer. Ooh, maybe this gaming desk. That is kind of the vibe actually. So maybe we'll use that one instead. That fits Wolfgang's vibe pretty well. And then we do need some kind of posters. I think, we'll just go with a lot of base game ones, of course. A couple of these there look nice. I think the ones from the Werewolves pack would also be like really cool. Like we can put some there. Ooh, and this tapestry thing would fit perfectly right there. Love it. Okay, I like this setup so far. I just need to find some curtains. Part of me wants to use these. I don't know why, because like I know that the mom would be like, what is this nonsense? Why do you have tarps on your wall? Maybe he tore down the curtains she put up because he hated them or something, and that's what he put up instead. I don't know. It's kind of a fun idea. Ooh, and this rug would be so perfect right here. That's so cute. And then we do need a rug in here. I might just do like this little black rug right there. Okay, I think his bedroom is good. This main part of the house is furnished. Now we can move on to this little house here. I think I'm actually going to leave the flooring the way it is, but I think I'll do like maybe like a darker wood version of it. That looks kind of fun. And then for the lighting, I'm going to use obviously like this, but this is going to kind of be like his own little like house. Like maybe this was a guest house that they converted into like his place to live. And so I'm going to just go in with like kind of a nice refrigerator there, but we'll put that there. And then maybe just like a little kitchenette here. I think I might just use the one from the base game here. Maybe they made this a little bit on the nicer side, planning on having like guests over, but then, Edward decided maybe to move back home. Maybe that was it. Maybe he moved out. Maybe the teens shared, or the kids shared the teen room here, and then he had this room. And then he moved out, but then he needed to move back in. So that's the story, and I'm sticking to it, I think. And I'll just put in like a sink right here and maybe just a microwave. We'll just do this black one there, and then we'll throw in some cabinets too, of course. And I'll do a little dish rack here. I didn't add one in the main house. I feel like that is a missed opportunity right there. Let's do that one. That's cute. And then just a little table, you know, to sit at. I'm not going to furnish this heavily. Ooh, this one from Get Together actually would look so cute in here. And then we'll just use the matching chairs wherever they might be. Just like that. That's very cute. I'll put this up right above it too. Oh, I love this. This is very nice and cozy. And then I'll put in a nice little sitting area right here probably. I mean, I feel like we have to use the one from Get Together just because it is the build for that. I feel like that looks actually very cute. Should I just put it like here maybe? Yeah, that looks cute. And then maybe we get rid of this window and then we put in a fireplace because obviously this building would probably be kind of cold because it's so small and outside. So we'll do a little fireplace. Yeah, I think we'll place the fireplace here and use the one from the Cats and Dogs pack. That one fits quite nicely. I wish we had like this texture on a fireplace. That would be really, really nice. Let me find a coffee table. Of course, it's going to be the one from Get Together. And then over here will be the bed. Let's see, what kind of bed should go over here? I mean, I feel like this one fits very well, like with the wood tones. I don't know is that a good layout? I'm not sure. Because maybe I can just tuck it in the corner right here, or better yet, right here. Actually, that's nice. And then I'll do like, ooh, this can be like a little bedside table? No. And I'll use this bedside table here. That matches pretty well. Or better yet, we'll use a slightly darker one, that one. And now for the lampiest lamp. I love that lamp. And then we just need like a nice dresser over here. Maybe even an armoire, wardrobe, whatever you want to call it. Is that the same thing? I don't know. That actually kind of looks nice in here. And then some curtains as well. And then I probably should add a little bit of decor in here too. Like definitely like some rugs and stuff. Like this little rug here is very cute. And maybe this rug from Werewolves. Ooh, that looks so good there. And I think I'm actually going to angle this little like wardrobe there instead. That feels better. You know what? I think this is a cute little cottage. I don't know. I quite like this a lot. And I think right here, maybe like some coats or something. Yeah, just something like, ooh, this actually fits even better here. And then we do need to work on this little bathroom right here. I'm going to use the same pavers for the bathroom, and then maybe I'll just do this too. That does make it like break it up a little bit, which I quite like actually. And let's see here. We do need to just make it a cozy little bathroom. Let's see here. For this bathroom, I'll just use some pretty simple furniture. We'll use this toilet, you know, the sink. I kind of just probably will use the same sink again. You know, it's Get Together. You know, we won't really want to use those items. And then let's see, do I just want to do a shower type combo? Maybe the one from Vampires would look good. Something like that actually kind of works. I don't know. This is a guest house. I'm not worried about it. And then we just need like a mirror above the little, what do you call this? Little sink. Don't forget the toilet paper, of course, toothbrush, and then hand soap, of course. And I kind of want to add this little medicine cabinet here. And then, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of all I want to add in this place. Ooh, we should definitely add some like books, just like a stack of books here like that. That looks really cute. You know, in hindsight, I don't really like this fireplace. It kind of doesn't fit very well. I want one that kind of works with this overall vibe. It doesn't need to be like this big grand fireplace either. I want something that's actually pretty small. So this one from Discovery University is kind of perfect actually. Actually, that is a good swatch. And then maybe I will put a TV in here. You know what, why not? Give them a TV. How cute. I actually really like this little cottage. You know, I didn't really think about furnishing this place yet. And then it snowed. So I don't know how it's going to look out here. So yeah, I do want to make sure on this back porch here, we're going to make it just a place to kind of sit and chill. I could even put another table out here. That would be kind of cute. Then again, I would rather put that out here. So maybe this can just be like a place where there's some benches and stuff to sit on. Ooh, I know exactly what I want to use. This from the Cats and Dogs pack. Oh, that's so cute. Even with the snow. I'll just put a couple out here. And then, I mean, really? Do I want to put anything else out here? Not really, to be honest. Like, I might put in some of these rugs. I would want them to be kind of like worn looking rugs, though. Like proper welcome mats. This is like out back, though. So maybe these. You know, this ain't too bad. I kind of like that. And then for the main little kind of area here, I'm not going to overdo it. I think I'm just going to put in like some kind of like picnic table, kind of umbrella table kind of situation. I instinctually go for this one all the time, just because I think it would fit really nice. The purple's kind of fun. A little pop of purple here and get together here in Windenburg actually kind of works because the lavender, which is currently dead. Okay, that looks kind of nice there. And then we do need to add a grill of some variety. We need a better selection of grills. I think I'm just going to use maybe like this one right here in the corner. Is there anything else I really want to put out back? Not really, to be honest with you. I don't really like overdoing it outside. And then the front porch, I am actually kind of excited. I'm going to use that same bench again. I'm going to overuse this one, but it's the one from Cats and Dogs. It's just so stinking nice. And then maybe we can put some plants out here too. We did get one with we got several. I don't know what I'm saying, but we did get some with the Get Together pack. So maybe putting them on like either side here. Oh, that's actually quite lovely. Maybe this should go like right here. Yeah. And then maybe we can put another one just like right here as well. And then just a little welcome mat. That kind of seals the deal, I think. I think since it is November in my game, I'll do a nice little festive welcome mat. All right. So now the last room in the house truly is this hallway. I'm not really going to furnish it other than maybe right here. I'll do like a little kind of, I guess, hallway table. You know me. I love a good hallway table. I kind of make it my personality. I think this one from Crystal Creations, Chef's Kiss. I've almost used all their money. Whoopsies. And I think this little area here can just be like a little dumping ground, you know, for some things. Make it a little bit cluttered, you know, just because it's the entry to the home. Ooh, like this little, like this little, what is it called? Little mail holder. It's got some key rings on it too. This little phone was just like kind of thrown down here. Glasses, just random nonsense. I feel like this is Wolfgang's hat. I'll just put it right there. I don't know, I kind of like this. And then I guess I can go in with another rug here too, just for the entrance. Maybe this one. And then honestly, y'all, I think that's all I want to do for this house. I think we are finished. Alrighty. Here is the grand tour. Girl, what? Excuse me. You know what? I'm not even going to ask. But here we are. We finished the Munch's house. I'm in love with this house. It's the perfect November vibe. And you know what? I want to give you a tour in the winter because why not? So we really didn't change too much about the physical like shape of the house. The roofing is pretty much kind of the same. I did a little bit of edits here and there just to make it better. The floor plan is essentially the same, but I just kind of adjusted it a little bit to make it a little bit more sensible. I did kind of make this into a little guest house back here for Gunther. That's his name, not Edward. I think I was thinking of the artist Edvard Munch. Instead, I was thinking maybe like Edward Munch. I don't know. I was an art student, so leave me alone. But, and then I just kind of cozified this house. So, you know, you've got Lucas's bedroom right here, nice and planty and magical. I think it suits his personality really, really well. Then we have a living room that was a dining room, because they didn't have a living room, which was barbaric. And then we have Mila's bedroom here. I actually like it. It's very simple. It's very rustic. It's very warm looking. The bathrooms are all essentially the same. So I'll just show you this one. It's cute. It's functional. And then we have their kitchen here. I really love this kitchen. Very simple and small, very cottagey, but it's cute. I like it. And then we've got rebellious Wolfgang's bedroom with, you know, his DJ set and his, you know, expensive computer, and like, it's not a phase mom, but really he's just going through it. And then this is where Gunther is actually currently sleeping. He has his own little house out here. This is so cozy. Like, imagine this would be great for just like a little Airbnb. Ooh, Oh, it's so cute. I didn't really do much out back. Just added a grill, a little table for everybody to sit at, and then a nice gardening area. I really like this gardening area. It's very clean and simple, but it looks nice. And then I will give you an overhead shot of the house. I really like it now. Honestly, before I really didn't like it at all, but it was not anything to do with the house itself. It's just the way it was styled. And then the overview of the little kind of Airbnb cottage kind of situation we have out back. All right. And that is it for today, y'all. I will have this up on the gallery under my username, Luca Owens, as always, LuccaOwens. And if you want to continue seeing videos like this, please be sure to hit the like button. Let me know down below in the comments as well. Which house should I renovate next? I also want to say a huge, huge thank you to my YouTube members, the Lavender Buds. Thank you all so much for your support. It is from viewers like you that support me and allow me to continue making this content. If you would like to become a YouTube member, you will get early access to all of my videos. So essentially, whenever I'm finished with a video, I upload it, I get it scheduled. You can just watch it right away. And you also get access to members only content as well, like save file planning videos and the such. And your name will be scrolling on the screen right now. But a big, big thank you to everyone for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Do let me know in the comments down below. And that is everything. Thank you all so very much for watching. Don't forget to plant lavender for luck. Bye, y'all.